Welcome to day 603 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother, Brian. And remember, these videos are sponsored by NFT Tech. They're an investor in DesoFi, the Web3 mobile app built on the Deso blockchain. So, Brian, tell us, what's the latest with Elon Musk, former President Trump's banning, and Twitter?
Yeah, so last night, Elon made a post on Twitter. It was a poll, and it basically asked if President Trump should be unbanned from Twitter. Uh, as a reply to the poll, Trump also, or not Trump, but Musk said, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. And that actually translates from Latin to the voice of the people is the voice of God. So it appears that he wants to use this poll as kind of the determining factor on whether the former president should be unbanned or not on the platform. It appears that way, at least. The poll is going to run for 24 hours, so it has about another 10 to 11 hours remaining. The last I checked, it was around 52% for yes, he should be unbanned, and 48% for no, he shouldn't be unbanned. So it's getting closer. It's gradually, there's more no's. And I think there's a reason for this. I think a lot of Elon's followers are more pro speech, pro allowing Trump to be back. So once the poll spread outside of Elon's followers, some of the more no votes came in. But Musk also made a comment on a post asking if Alex Jones, of course, the InfoWars host, would be unbanned or not. And he replied with an emphatic no. Somebody else replied, and then he said, too bad. So it looks like Alex Jones isn't coming back. Trump, right now, it looks like he might be on his way back. Whether he's going to post or not, I don't know. Of course, he has his own Truth Social.
Yeah, I mean, Trump said he wasn't gonna come back to Twitter even if he was unbanned, didn't he?
Yeah, but he says a lot of stuff and changes his mind. So who knows?
I mean, he does have Truth Social. I mean, I guess it would kind of be like a slap in his own face if he leaves Truth Social and starts posting on Twitter. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Twitter would definitely be better if he wants to be heard more. Uh, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and
So,
here's the thing, both Trump and Alex Jones could actually come over to the Deso blockchain, decentralized social, and they would actually be welcome there. Now, the way that works is that each node, each front end basically pushes and pulls information to a database, and those posts cannot be removed from the database. The user's accounts can't be removed from the database, but a node, so the front end, could block or ban these people. So that's actually the solution, because then you can have nodes that will, nodes that won't, and their voice won't actually be silenced. So that's something to consider, Alex Jones or Donald Trump, if you're listening.
yeah, and when Brian says node, he just means website or app. He's just trying to be really technical here. But let's move on to the Deso blockchain, cover some of the news over there. Deso had some kind of hiccup this morning. It was early this morning between around midnight, 12:05 a.m. and 5:53 a.m. this morning. There appeared to be no blocks mined during this time, this about 6 hours or so time segment. Typically, a block on Deso is mined every 1 to 10 minutes or so. So this was a long period of time where data and transactions were being pushed to a mempool, to the huge mempool that Deso uses, but not actually to the blockchain via the mining of new blocks. So about 15,000 transactions were in this mempool. And it wasn't until about 5:53 this morning or so where some blocks started being mined again. There's some huge blocks. The first one was about 5,038 transactions. And then 5 minutes later, there's another huge block with 3,626 transactions. Thanks to Conchi and Van Halen for pointing all this out. According to Desocial World, it looks like about 7,000 of these transactions that were in the mempool never actually made it onto the blockchain. So, they were mined about 8,000 or so, but 7,000 weren't. We're not sure if eventually they will be or if they're lost for good, but that includes NFTs, posts, and diamonds, among other transactions on the blockchain.
Yeah, I'm glad it happened in the middle of the night and not when I was posting. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see if they were actually lost forever or if they are going to be coming through in subsequent blocks.
Yeah, just wait and see, right? So NFTZ has minted the gold one version of the Psycho Cyborgs NFT by Cloutpunk. It's up for live timed auction right now on NFTZ via the link above this video on Deso or below it on YouTube. It ends at Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to get this one-of-one Psycho Cyborg Gold Edition, 4 p.m. Eastern time, the live timed auction ends on Monday. Remember, there are 250 bronze editions, 10 silvers, and just this one gold. So far, there's been 9 sales of the bronze version for between 0.09 Deso and 2.5 Deso. No silvers have sold yet. I believe there's a minimum bid on one of them for about 2 Deso right now. The gold version currently does have a bidding war going on between Mythil, BK Power 8, Brock Minard, Brock, Apetism, Hake, NFT Creations, Stephen Lee, Anku, and Visha Gulia. The bid's only at 1.5 Deso right now, so it's still relatively low. But we'll see what happens as we get closer to that end date on Monday. Number 2 of the bronze version will be minted probably a week from this coming Tuesday as Brian and I are going on vacation.
Yeah, and I just want to point out the golds. Remember, if you collect any 3 of the 15 golds, you get $250 if you are holding 3 of those by the snapshot date, which will be the end of the series, which once we mint all 15 of the bronze, silvers, and golds. So technically, if you buy a gold for around $83.33 and you buy 2 more for that price, you will break even and you'll get the gold for free, all of these golds for free, right? So just something to consider. Each gold actually has a value of $83 in if you're going to be collecting 3 of them.
Yeah, and there's also an award for silvers too, right? If you hold a certain amount of it silvers.
Silvers, if you hold any 5 silvers, they had to be different, of course, you will get $50. So that's another thing. So each silver is technically worth $10 if you're gonna collect them and try and get 5 of them.
Very cool. So moving on, Desocial World, Brian.
Yeah, Desocial World, of course, they've been featuring creators from around the world. 50 different creators from 50 different countries is their goal. And they featured their 15th Deso user yesterday. And this creator was Anna Val from Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. I'm going to play that video right now.
My name is Anna and I'm from Dubai. So as you can see, we have beautiful weather out there. I absolutely love Deso for the fact that you can use the same details, the same login details throughout all the nodes. It's very convenient. I do love the diamonds. I think it's a wonderful feature. And of course, I do love the people. I think it's amazing and it's the future for the Web3.
She's been on Deso for 86 days. You can check out what she said. Just go back to the clip if you want to watch it again. But remember, you can submit your video if you are selected. If it's a new country that they haven't showcased yet, Desocial World, then you can win $10. So make sure you watch all 15 of the videos. See if your country is mentioned. If it's not, then definitely contact Ado and Desocial World and get one of these videos out. I love seeing people from all over the world and get to put a face with a username.
Yeah, for sure. And Malsify, the core team, said yesterday that he's working to help re-architect and revamp the Deso developer doc and education experience. He says this should help pair well with the upcoming hackathon. So Deso is planning some hackathons that's separate from the Deso Labs hackathons that we have been talking about. He also said that he can't wait until everyone sees the new Deso website. They've been working really hard on that. And he's also working to refresh Deso identity. I know Deso identity has a few hiccups in it, I guess you could say. I know at NFTZ we've had a few issues where on iOS you basically click it twice in order to get it to work. So hopefully they fix some of those bugs in there. And Mosified also wants to push a Deso developer stack, which he posted a diagram of on Deso.
Yeah, I feel like a lot's coming together. Especially the last couple of days, we're seeing a lot of new users coming onto Deso, whether this has to do with WhaleShark or some others that are coming on, Metav3rse, of course, which we're going to talk about in a minute. I think they're bringing some people on, got a lot of excitement around Deso, a lot of OGs coming back. So I think that refreshing the homepage, obviously Deso identities will be big. Looking forward to it. And it looks like the core team's working their butts off.
Yeah, and speaking of WhaleShark ETH, he's offering a 5 Deso bounty to the most comprehensive post that that can compare. He's looking for a comparison chart between Deso, Lens, Farcaster, and any other decentralized social media platforms out there. He wants this chart has to be comprehensive, has to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I assume so he can post it to other social medias. You have about 48 hours if you want to submit something. Just go to the post above this video on Deso, below on YouTube, and you can submit that chart. So maybe you can create one.
Yeah, and personally, I've actually tried them all. I've tested them all out. Not too much with Farcaster, but I can tell you the functionality of Deso is so much better. There's so many more apps and nodes built on top of it right now. I feel like by far and away Deso is the leader. I know that Lens has some tech since it's a set layer 2 of the Ethereum blockchain. There's some aspects that could maybe grow in the future, but I feel like Deso is so far ahead. And I think WhaleShark made this post probably after seeing Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, make a tweet on Twitter saying that he's checking all of these out and he has accounts on Farcaster, Lens, on Mastodon, and some others, and he posted links to them, but he didn't mention Deso. But it's funny because I have a Mastodon account. I'm actually trying to build it up to try and bring some people maybe over to Deso. And I saw Vitalik's post over there, and there are like 3 replies to him. So I got to reply. I'm guessing he's going to see that reply. I mentioned Deso. I told him to check out Diamond app. But yeah, I think that we just need to keep spreading the word. And I think it's a fair thing to ask people to test out all of these decentralized technologies. And maybe you will like one better than Deso, and that's fine. I think that if you like Lens better than Deso and you start building on Lens, that's great. Good luck. And I think eventually all of these technologies are going to help each other, not hinder them.
Exactly. So what's Anku up to?
Yeah, so Anku, he said that the beta access of his new Waverly app on the Deso blockchain will be rolling out next week. If you're interested, you can just drop a hand emoji in the post that we linked to above this post on Deso, below it on YouTube. Of course, Waverly is part of the Deso Labs Crypto Winter 2022 Hackathon. I did a little of exploring of Waverly, and it looks like it's going to be a Chrome extension of some sorts that's going to allow users to quickly post and mint NFTs on the Deso blockchain. I love this. I think anything making it like a quick action to post and to mint NFTs, I think that can definitely appeal to a lot of new users.
Yeah, for sure. And Metav3rse joins Deso. Metav3rse with a 3 instead of the E in verse. The first E in verse. So if you don't know who Metav3rse is, they call themselves the authority of Web3. They provide tech updates, analysis, and they say culture. So they have an astounding 1.3 million followers on Instagram, which I found incredibly surprising. They're doing some awesome things over there. They're run by a man named Roberto Nixon, who also has a Deso account. It's RP Nixon. And he's also behind MV3HQ, which includes 6,500 digital collectible characters from the MV3 universe. And holders of these characters get a direct benefit from the upside of the IP. So definitely a huge Metav3rse influencer coming onto Deso. I don't know if he saw it via WhaleShark's post or what, but I've noticed a ton of new users coming onto Deso since Metav3rse signed up, and so many of them are reposting or liking posts by Metav3rse. So he's definitely helping bring people on board. I think it would be really awesome I think it's really awesome to have them on Deso, and I really can't wait to see what they do. So far, they've been posting a lot of really interesting crypto-related news. It would be amazing to see them maybe mint some sort of character as NFTs on Deso. I don't know. Either way, they're bringing a lot of new users on, and I'm happy to have them on Deso.
Yeah, a lot of new users, a lot of new engagement. I think that this last week has definitely been a net positive for the blockchain. I see a lot of activity, a lot of excitement, and hopefully we just see it continue as the core team starts rolling things out. I know associations seem to be imminent. I think that I think that these are all good signs, and we'll see. I'd say that the rest of this year will continue to be a growth period, and hopefully a lot of great things happen.
Yeah, well, next 5 years should be a growth period, right?
Yeah.
So as many of you know, NFTZ.me is the only place where you can view and post live timed Deso NFT auctions. You can mint NFTs there, you can view NFTs there, you can buy, sell NFTs there, all on the Deso blockchain. Just go to nftz.me/auctions if you want to see all the auctions that are ending soon. I just want to highlight a few of them that are. Metav3rse auctioning off a Mice Heads NFT, number 007, ending at around 1:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Dennis Carsey's auctioning off a Cloutpunk number, it's actually a Cloutpunk G, number 2830, that ends at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. Metaverse Land has several of their NFTs up for auction ending at around 3 p.m. Eastern time. If you haven't checked those out, they're really cool. And Pixel Angelo has number 32 of his pop NFTs ending today at 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so I quickly want to jump to the top NFT bidders over the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. These people bid on the most NFTs on the Deso blockchain last day. CompDeck, Ranch It Up, Thummy, Pipaloo, Spunk Art, Crypto Junkie, Meta Philosopher, La Big Mac, Dr. Rob, and Wong Brayling. And the top diamonded creators over the last 24 hours, thanks to our friends at Alton-Base for this list. These people received the most diamonds or tips on their Deso posts and replies in the last day. The Sarcasm was first, followed by Krasenstein, which is, of course, us. Metav3rse, who we spoke about just a few minutes ago. This day in music history, Goldberry, our unofficial intern, BK Power 8, Shady Acres, Dr. Rob, Randir, and Elric Ericos, a great photographer.
Yeah, and everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on YouTube if you haven't already. And we'll talk to everyone tomorrow.